Well, the word went out that Darren Aronofsky was going to make a film, and he was interested in meeting with me. And clearly, the answer is yes. He's a world-class director. I sat down with him, and I knew very little about the project, apart from that it was the story of a man who had been living alone, who had certain regrets for his life choices, that he had been overeating to such the extent that it was very harmful to him and his health. And he had limited time, 5 days if, and he has an epiphany of sorts that he really has to accept the circumstances. But more than that, he must reconnect with his estranged daughter. And I knew only that. We haven't really seen this makeup done this way before in films that I can think of. And I looked really closely at many films. I looked at many actors who live with obesity in films to see how the types of characters that they were asked to play, what their objectives were they just there as a one-line, one-note cheap joke. I was comforted that in The Whale, this is not that. It rendered me speechless. It made me feel like having kids of my own, that I could identify with the need to connect with your child, even when you think that it's impossible, as Charlie does, but you still must try no matter what. Clearly my circumstances aren't the same as this character's, but it fueled me. It gave me a great deal of inspiration and strength.
I was just so grateful to be there, as you point out. Like, it's so rare for the screenwriter, to be on set the entire time, and being given the gift to work closely with Darren and Brendan and Sadie and Hong and see it all come together. The best way I can be of service to the team as the writer is to not come in to a rehearsal process like, oh, I'm here to make sure that it is said a certain way or that the lines are right. I mean, it's really not about that. It's once I've developed the script, once that is done, I'm there to be in service of everybody else.
I know I learned to put all my normal anxieties and fears and expectations I was placing on myself aside, and I learned to just trust who I was working with.
I was really grateful for that period of rehearsal, because I got to just relax and take away the buildup of, this is a Darren Aronofsky film, and to relax into these characters, because when you read the play, it is so much. There's so much there to absorb.
I think because we had those 3 weeks and like we just really got to know not only just the characters, of course, but like each other also. If we would have just gone straight into filming and you're doing really intense, dark scenes and you don't even know anybody that you're with, then you wouldn't have been able to just like, I don't know, let any guard down at all.
With hope, we can change the way that we have preconceived notions about how we think of those who live with obesity. I think it can change some hearts and minds. That's my hope.